Yeah, so I'm Cupid the King, known as Cupid. I am born in Wolverhampton, raised in Wolverhampton, and here in Wolverhampton. I do live music events. I am a music artist myself, so I make music and promote music. And I've been doing for the past, what month are we in? June. The past 6 months been very focused on just doing events. I have been in the studio, but it's mostly about pushing other people now. And I'm really, really keen to kind of get a proper music community built in Wolverhampton.
Sounds great. I think Wolverhampton needs it.
Yeah, for sure.
So tell me more about the event.
Well, there's a few different events. So one of my main ones is called Sunday Best Presents, and that one is where I get top tier artists who I really, really rate, and I say, okay, you know what, I'm going to put you on stage. It's a dress up event. It's on a Sunday. It's a nice evening vibe, dinner and dance. There's a DJ, and people just come. They enjoy proper good talent. Do you get what I'm saying? Which is from Wolverhampton and the Midlands. I try and keep at least one of the artists on each night from Wolverhampton, and in general, I'll only have about 3 or 4 performers on a Sunday Best Presents event. But we work with different venues, so that one has been happening at Bank. I've got one happening at Newhampton Arts Centre coming up. Wolverhampton Arts Centre, sorry.
Was it changed now?
Yeah, it's Wolverhampton Arts Centre now. But I do events at HMV, so I've done showcases at HMV for probably the past 6-7 months as well.
Nice.
And again, that's an opportunity for artists to kind of, it's the footfall when people are walking past and they hear a new artist and it's like, oh, what's this? And you get your Shazam out, you get to kind of listen and you get new followers. So people always get new followers from the HMV gigs. And then obviously the Sunday Best one, they get to sell tickets. So the new model for Sunday Best Presents is the artist gets 100% of the ticket sales using their link.
Oh, nice.
As someone who is a music artist, when I have done gigs before, and it's, sell tickets so that you can get paid, it's you get 10-20% of the ticket sales, and the promoter gets the rest of it. I don't love it.
They're not really doing much work either, are they, compared to the artists?
No. Yeah, literally, I think my last headline show in Wolves, I won't mention anyone at all. In fact, I will. There was
totally up to you.
There was no, because I had support in it.
Okay.
So and because Punch is here, Punch was supportive. They supported the gig, and they gave money towards the gig. But then there was other promoters who were part of it who didn't, they put it on, but they didn't really post it. They didn't share it everywhere. They didn't put posters.
But still took.
I did all of that. Yeah, I did all of that. I go around putting posters up, printed the posters, designed the posters. So I done the rehearsal. It's all of that kind of stuff.
The life of an artist, then.
Yeah. But I got support from. I have got support in a lot of things, but I just think there's not enough for artists coming up who don't know people.
Yeah.
So
especially in Wolves.
Mm-hmm. So getting onto places like HMV, Bank, even Space are kind of, it's just a massive thing for someone who's just trying to do a thing. And
so for those that don't know about Bank and Space, can you explain a little bit more?
So, to focus on just one venue is difficult. So Space is a cafe by the bus station, and it's a massive cafe. When you go into Space, you don't feel like it's a cafe. You feel like you're in a big, bougie space that's been dropped in Wolverhampton. Bougie might be the wrong word. Creative space that's been dropped in Wolverhampton. Bank is that's more of the bougie space. Chandeliers and all of that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But both of those venues do great live music events. We do an open mic at the university musos. We are looking to expand that because we used to do it at the Chubb building, so we want to do it back in both places, and that's Thursdays. And then we've got the George Wallace, which is where we do the bump, and each month at the bump, you've got a different artist who hosts. So the launch of the bump is this June, and the Lyric will be hosting that month. We've got Priscilla hosting a month, and each month we're just going to get a different artist who has been through the community, who has done the gigs, who has done Sunday Best Presents, who has done HMVs, who has done these other gigs, done open mic nights, they've already shown that they're doing it, they've shown the work, you know what I'm saying? They've built a community around them, they're no artist. So then they get to present a whole month where they pick artists, they get paid to be on those gigs and headline those gigs, and they bring artists in to kind of be featured on those sets as well. And then there's open mic slots there as well. So it's kind of, you attend the bump, you'll see Wagwan, you get what I'm saying? You'll see that, okay, I could be there. I could be this person hosting a month full of gigs and getting paid for it, which, you know, as a creative, a music creative, any sort of creative, you're always going to have people saying, no, but how are you going to make money from it? How are you going to make money from it? If the first event you go to on the Sunday Best platform shows you how you can make money, you're going to be like, okay, cool, now I know.
Step in the right direction.
Exactly. So I'm here, I know I can do it through this community. You can go to musos, you can come back to the bump, you can go on the open mic, you can, no Wabs is at Space. So at Space, we do the live music open mic, and that's a really good vibe. So the band, they're able to pick stuff up pretty quick, and it's so sick. Top tier like band. The MD, Joseph Nelson, he kind of helps us select the band, and when he's available, because he's always touring and stuff, he also gets involved and plays keys. And No Wabs at Space is top tier, and the musicians that come through, because they also have a bandioke event, and that is like karaoke with a band, which is nice and it's fun and everyone can get up and have a go. And yeah, but it's completely different because the caliber of artists that Sunday Best brings to No Wabs is completely the artists. Do you know what I'm saying? It's artists. It's not people just there to have fun and have a sing. It's artists who are there to have fun and have a sing, but they're very, very, very talented. They're serious about their craft. Serious about their craft. So the last like bandioke was, you know, people singing tequila, and that's got like 4 words in the whole song. You get what I'm saying?
Whereas it's people trying to write,
exactly,
genuine songs.
Exactly. Yeah. And you know what? And I always say at No Wabs, I encourage people to do covers. I say, yeah, man, come and do a cover. Try something different. Even if you tell the band to do a cover and you jam your own song over it, it's just a way of like pushing yourself out of your own comfort zone. Yeah, man.
So what type of artists or creatives do you have at these places? Is it purely singers or rappers, or is it a range of everything?
Such a massive range.
Okay.
So singers, being a singer and a rapper myself, the events I was putting on at the start were definitely for singers and rappers, and poets, because I do spoken word and I do poetry. But then, I don't know, I think the more that I met different people, I realised it wasn't just that issue. Because at first in Wolves, there was space for acoustic acts and stuff like that to go to open mics. But that's dying down now.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, so it's a space for everyone. The last open mic musos at the university, we've had, not even just the last one, just in general, we've had harmonica player come up. We've had people from all over the world. So we had a singer who's from Nepal, and he's like grungy in his voice. Oh, he's so sick. But then he does like country songs as well. So he's a screamer, but then he does like country. He's so sick. We have a At Junction Festival, we host a stage at Junction Festival, which is Junction Festival of Contemporary Arts is Wolverhampton's Chapel Ash. All the pubs get together and host bands and stuff all day for 2 days, 3 days for 3 days.
That's cool.
And Sunday Best takes over one day. We run the Saturday. Usually we run the Saturday, which is weird because we're Sunday Best, but it's okay.
As long as the name's getting
yeah,
out there.
and do you know what? The reason that we are Sunday Best it's because the first events I was putting on was about you get dressed and you go out because why wouldn't you want to get dressed? Do you get what I'm saying? So when I was growing up, your Sunday Best was your church clothes.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? And you would wear your Sunday Best. So our kind of slogan was you never overdressed at Sunday Best, and it was but even that you dress how you want. So people come in tracksuits and it's like, but this is my best tracksuit. Yeah, man. You're not going to get turned away at the door. Do you get what I'm saying? It's such a welcoming vibe at every event. And we welcome any kind of act, we had two young children who wanted to dance. They just wanted to do a dance. They came and done a dance. And they were so good. They were really good.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. They were really good. But if you don't have the opportunity, no one's ever going to know. Do you get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And it was the mum that spoke to me and said, my kids love to dance and blah, blah. Well, her daughter and her nephew love to dance. And they're always making up dances at home.
Their own
but
dances.
but they never get to show anyone.
Wicked.
I said, bring them and we'll put them on stage.
Sort of space for anyone.
Yeah,
as 100%. Long as you're
creative. 100%. As long as you just want to have a go, come and have a go. And it doesn't even need to be that you are serious and that you want to do it full time. But if you do want to do it full time, and if you are serious, then we've got the platform, we've got the path, we've got the avenues that will help. As much as you're dedicated to it, we'll be dedicated to. Do you get what I'm saying?
Wicked. The world needs more of that, man.
Yeah, I'm a coach in it. So by day I'm a coach. I go into schools, I support young people.
Okay.
I hold workshops and stuff like that, supporting young people and adults.
Within creativity?
In general, so social, emotional, mental health, well-being. I'm a restorative practitioner. All of these kinds of things as well. So kind of that work that I do in schools, in colleges, and in the community goes into the events as well. It's the same values of just what is it that you want from life and how can we help it happen, basically. And I'm not always the guy to go to, and I understand that as well. So it's like, even if you use Sunday Best to get a good video at the university or a good video at HMV, and then you want to take that and go and do something else, that you're not tied to Sunday. It's not like, you've been here, you have to be here. It's come and do your thing and get what you need from it, and hopefully you can carry on and continue to elevate. And if you do and if you can, scream the name so that other people know where they can go as well. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's a lot of gatekeepers out there that they get the knowledge and they don't want to give it to anyone 100%. Else because of how long it's took to get that knowledge. But
exactly.
I don't think the world's meant for that.
It's not, man. And I'm hoping that Sunday Best being so accessible, people don't feel the need to gatekeep, because it's like, you don't have to work hard to get on a Sunday Best stage.
Okay.
You have to work hard to get to HMV. You have to work hard to get to Bank. And you have to work hard to get, especially to host a month at the Bum. You have to work hard for those. But to get onto musos, to get onto the Bum open mic slots, even though the first comes first serve and they're limited at the Bum, you don't have to work hard to do it. And at musos, it's any age as well. At musos, we accept any age, so it's not hard to get on the stage at musos. It's not hard to get onto the open mic. So tell people about it, so that then they can continue to work hard and get to those other platforms and get to those well-paid gigs. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think sometimes people need to break out their comfort zone to find out what they have got inside of them.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
It's brilliant that you're giving people that platform. I really
you, yeah.
respect that, man. It's great.
Thank you, man.
It's great. So tell me what art or creativity in itself means to you as a human.
Peace, man. Like, honestly, I'm at peace when I'm doing anything artistic. Like, I'm not wearing any today, but I make my own like capes and clothes and stuff.
I could
Sometimes.
tell you as an artist as soon as I walked. The reason I stopped is because I could tell you was an interesting guy. That was the whole reason I stopped.
Oh man, thank you.
You can see that the art is coming through you.
Thank
you know,
you, man.
yeah, you're pretty cool.
And it's literally, I sit at home with my sewing machine sometimes, just putting stuff together.
Okay.
Which has reminded me, they've got a material at the shop around the corner that I need to get. Don't let me forget, because
I've just been and got
the last few days,
myself,
I've forgotten. Yeah, but and so basically, I mean, the clothes side of it, paisley, like bandanas and that. So growing up, I always wore bandanas. Always wore, like, you'd have one hanging out your back pocket or have it wrapped around your head with a triangle, whatever.
It's the 90s.
Yeah, exactly. But then I'm a bit more, it's Cupid the king in it, so, sometimes, and I'm an adult, so it's a bit more classy, is what I try and do now. So I incorporate the paisley design into my clothing now. So when I make clothes myself, I incorporate the paisley design.
It's cool, man.
And I just enjoy it. My grandma used to sew, and I used to see it happening, and then, like, when it was fancy dress things, I used to go to her and she'd help me create something. So then I just thought, yeah, man, I'm going to do it myself. But honestly, any time that I'm creating, when I'm in the studio, when I'm putting on events, and just the creativity that goes into designing an event, making a flyer, whatever, I love it, man. I love it. And it's kind of, even when I'm doing my write-ups, like, AI could never, because the actual creative flow that goes into creating it and making it, and don't get me wrong, I understand how AI can support someone, but it could never take someone's creativity. It could never recreate a real creative
I
thing.
agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I think it's a dangerous thing, but at the same time, I don't think it can replicate
it. It can't. It's a powerful tool, and I think the danger lies in when people use it to manipulate. If you're using it as a tool to enhance something, even to check spelling. So if I put a sentence together, or I write, say I write a book, say I was to write a book, a novel, you'd have to read it 10, 15 times to proofread it, to make sure it makes sense from beginning to end, make sure there's no inconsistencies and blah, blah, blah. You could technically put that into AI, say, I've written this book, is there any inconsistencies? And it might pop up and say, oh, yeah, at the start you said that this person, went to Japan, and then towards the end, they say something about never catching a plane. So, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Depending on the AI tool, I imagine it can probably do that, which is really, that's helpful. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you've still done the work.
Something from scratch.
You tell AI to write a book, a novel, a 50-page novel, and you're gonna be reading rubbish. You're gonna be reading a bunch of ideas that have already happened,
I'm glad you said
put
that.
together by your computer. It's not. You can't recreate a creative mind. Even the art behind me. Like, if you're from Wolverhampton, you know who that is. But the way Baglords painted it, versus the way someone else would have painted it, versus a photo, versus the way someone else would have took a photo, versus the way someone else would have took a photo, are different things.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where you ask AI to show us the Ring Road Tramp or Yosef, and they're going to show us the same thing every time. They're going to show us what
we've already seen,
what other people have created.
Yeah,
man. So I get it. I get the purpose of it, but It's people rely on it, and I think.
Do you think newer artists or newer creatives are using it as a scapegoat or an easy way into the industry? Maybe.
I think they definitely are. But I say, you know, you either understand it and use it properly, or you get extinct. You know what I mean? You get left behind and you do become
turn to
extinct.
Terminator, like.
Yeah, you become extinct. It's one of those, but like, I'm a marketer. I've always known how to market, and I will put a marketing plan together, and I'll sit and put a marketing plan together. It'll take me days, and I'll go back and forth, where I know, and I'm not mad at people for this because it makes sense. I know that certain people will sit and put into AI, I've got this coming up on this date. How can I promote it? Now, you type the same thing into Google. You would type the same thing into, you'd ask your friends that question if you know those people. The problem is people don't know those people anymore. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what we said before, gatekeepers.
Mm-hmm.
So the people who do know aren't willing to help anymore because it's like, well, if I help you, then how you're going to take more?
It took me 20 years to get here. Yeah. You want it overnight.
And it's like, well, in those 20 years, you didn't ask nobody for help. That's
Surely.
on you. You get what I'm saying? If you didn't ask anyone for help, that's on you. But I'm asking you for help, and you're not willing to help. So I do see why the new artists coming through would use it for that, and it makes sense. And because it's a new world where promotion's different now to when I started promoting. When I started promoting, especially when I was like 15, 16, I was in school and I was around school people who had nothing to do. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So reaching them was easy. And I was reaching people that were local, that were around. The way that you reach people now isn't people that are around. People aren't meeting face to face and talking to people. You can look out there and the people who are walking past, 90% of them aren't going to any sort of event or anything like that. So to understand how to promote to a world who lives online, you're going to have to find out online. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it is a lot different. I remember putting my first event up on Facebook and one mic stand, and everyone, it was new. Facebook was new. Events on Facebook was new. Not everyone was doing it. So everyone clicking, yeah, man, I'm attending that. And the buzz was mad. There was none of this algorithm rubbish. Mm-hmm. It was, I've invited you so you see it. And people were attending. Now, you put an event on Facebook now, 90% of the people that you invite aren't going to see it.
They don't even see it, let alone
come
across it and go, oh yeah, maybe, yeah. No.
They don't see it because you have to work the algorithms and stuff like that. Now the algorithm changes so much. How am I supposed to understand how the algorithm changes so much unless I live on the internet? I'm one man. Do you get what I'm saying?
Of course.
If I live on the internet understanding algorithms, I'm not putting my heart into my music.
And as an artist, that's what you want to dedicate your time to, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah. So my heart goes into my events, my heart goes into my music, my heart goes into even choosing and selecting the artist and planning and all of that. I love it. My heart goes into the promotion of it. Like people, every time that they see I put something under the any promotion thing, my heart goes into that.
Is that something AI hasn't got?
AI hasn't got, no.
And do you think
but then
you can see that in art?
100%. AI hasn't got heart. And you can tell. You can tell, man. Even walking past, like, I was walking past one of the venues that I work in, and there were people stood outside with their phones out, like, looking at the map, like, why is it closed? Because on Google it says it's open. I stopped and I had a chat to them and I said, you can go here, you can go there, blah, blah, blah. AI doesn't know that.
You're very approachable, though. You are very
I'm very approachable.
Yeah, you are very approachable.
You're the first person to say that.
No, you are, man. You are. As soon as I come round that corner, I thought, I can't not approach you.
That's
You're
fair.
very approachable, man.
But
And I think that works hand in hand with your job
the
and doing
events.
what you're doing.
I hope so, man. I hope so. People don't normally say I'm approachable, but normally sometimes my face
No, you are, man.
my face isn't always approachable. I would love to be approachable, man. I would love people to come up to me and start talking to me and ask me questions and
Well, like I did.
yeah, and just ask like, you know, what do you do, blah blah. And well, I think sometimes because I get dressed up and because I like to dress up loud and dress up nice, and if I go to events especially, I won't approach people because I'm nervous to approach people a lot of the time.
See him in there.
A lot of the time, I am nervous to approach people unless I've had a couple of maggies. So then I'll sit in the corner for the most part, or I'll kind of just be there with who I'm with. And I have heard a few times that like, yeah, I didn't know whether to come up to you or not. You didn't look like you wanted to speak to anyone. Like, oh, nah, man. If I'm outside of my house, I'm happy to speak to you, like 100%.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm going to stay my ass at home. You get me?
So what type of music do you write, personally?
Hip hop and R&B mostly. Okay. Some of my recent stuff that hasn't come out yet is kind of more like a dancey kind of R&B. But then,
isn't that the beauty of art, though, the diversity?
Yeah, love it. I just work with different producers, and I mentioned Joseph earlier. Joseph hollered me one day like, I want to create an EP. Hiccups. Joseph contacted me probably just over a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, saying, I want to create an EP with you. I said, yeah, man, let's go. And the way Joseph's busy is we book studio whenever we can, whenever he's in the country. But, we haven't got a lot done, so we've got, I think, 4 songs now. But they're all six songs.
Wicked.
One of them's out, Superhero. The rest of them, they're coming. Where
can people find your music?
Everywhere. So if you type Kupid the King with a K, Kupid is spelled with a K. If you type Kupid the King into anything, you should find me or my music. Spotify, YouTube, Insta. But as I said, I'm approachable. Like, drop me a message. Drop me a message. Ask me questions. Say, oh, I like this song. What's it about? Like, or when's your next song coming out? Ask me questions. Talk to me.
So when is your next song coming out?
Oh, that's a question. That's a question that
Have you got something in the works, or?
I've got, as I said, I've got the songs with Joe. I've got those 3 songs that aren't out. And I'm hoping that they'll be out at one will be out at least at some point in August. But I'm not rushing. I always rush to release stuff because I love it, and I'm like, oh, let me get this out.
I don't think you can rush straight out.
I'm sitting on it now. Like, once it's created, though, I'm just like, I want to get it out.
Yeah.
But now, I'm just like, you know what? It's made. It's there. I'm going to wait until I'm in a position where I can put all of my energy into pushing it and promoting it. On my way up here, funnily enough, on my way up to town, I was thinking, I want to do a gig where it's me, because I've been doing the gigs for everyone else. But I want to do one, and I set a date, Friday the 22nd of May 2026. I put it in my calendar.
Okay.
I just put it in my calendar. Friday 22nd of May 2026, Kupid the King Live.
So smaller artists to open and then you headline, or just all you?
I'll be headlining, and I haven't decided anything else about it. I've decided that I'm doing a live show that I headline, and I'll have a band. I'll message Joseph in a minute and say, Joe, can you book this date into your diary and lock it off? And he'll play keys. We'll get a band together, and then we'll have some. We'll definitely have some opening acts.
Wicked.
1 or 2, and then
So, is there any events coming up in June, July that the people might need to know about?
The bump is every week. That's on a Wednesday. We've got the Musos finale, which is the season finale, sorry. So the third Thursday is the 19th of June, and that's the last one that we'll be doing at the uni until after summer. We've got, those are the main two, the bump and Musos. I'm trying to think what else is going on. There's so much going on, but my brain isn't. August though, August 30th, Saturday the 30th of August, Will Smith's coming to Wolves.
Oh yeah.
And we're hosting the afters, and we'll be doing a pre-show for sure. So it's the Hip Hop Gala will be hosting the afters. So I work with the Hip Hop Gala very closely through Sunday Best, and Sunday Best will be doing a pre-show. We're probably going to do a cypher here. So we're doing a cypher for Nas.
Okay.
And that was sick. Everyone loved the cypher. And then for the Georgia Smith pre-show, we done HMV, and everyone loved that as well. So let's see if we don't double up.
I'm sure you will, man.
Do a cypher here, do HMV. We had KWK Creates painting Nas. She painted Georgia Smith the other day, sick painting. So maybe she'll come and paint Will Smith as well.
I'm sure she'd love to do that.
Yeah, she's so sick. So yeah, man, loads going on. But follow Sunday Best. Follow Sunday Best. sundaybest.uk, and the industry spot promotes everything that happens in Wolves. So if you want to see anything that's happening in Wolves, whether it's at the art gallery, they were promoting Friday Lates and things like that, whether it's at Wolverhampton Art Centre, whether it's Sunday Best, the Hip Hop Gala, follow the industry spot and find out what to go on.
Well said. So where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Straw hat.
You on a holiday?
Straw hat on a beach, just on holiday, just for a little bit. You know what? I think the Sunday Best platform, I'm hoping, and one thing I really want to do is get more video footage without me doing it. I will always go, set up my tripod, make sure I film the artist as much as I can remember. When the event's going smoothly from the get to the go, I'll 100% have my phone set up filming. If there's something that I'm needing to figure out or work out beforehand, I sometimes forget to put the phone on, and I sometimes forget to film, and that's just the reality of being, I'm not a one-man band by any means.
You sound busy.
But it is busy. But what I would love to be able to do a Sunday Best EP, Sunday Best album, where I bring all the artists together and get them to work together, and because I can hear things, I can hear which artists sound good together, or without them working together, I can hear it. So I'd love to produce a Sunday Best album. I'd love to do a No Wavs series where we have the artists who are performing at No Wavs we filmed the event with the band, and it's a bit like I did a thing called Moments with Kupid the King, which is the first project I done with Joe and Warren McCullough, and just doing live sets in interesting places. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I'd love to do moments with other artists. I'd love to do No Wavs live, where it opens and says, this is brought to you by so and so, and then we've got that. So, but I would love to be able to go into Wolves on a day that I'm not doing anything, and there's just live music, and people are coming in from all over the country, all over the world to say, "Oh, we know Wolverhampton has music events. Let's go there." You get what I'm saying?
Wolves needs it, man.
Yeah.
I think this side of the Midlands needs it.
I go to Nottingham. I go to Leicester. Leicester's got Too Funky. Nottingham has stuff as well. I'm not sure what. Derby has Baby People. And Wolves has Sunday Best.
So there is something for artists in most places they just need to try and find it.
100%.
You're the catalyst to that in Wolverhampton, I think. You're allowing people to find spots and express themselves how they need to.
That's it, man. That's it. And I don't think it is. I don't think it is me. So Sunday Best is a name. Sunday Best is an umbrella. Sunday Best is a space. But without the artist coming,
Of course.
there's no community.
No.
So as much as I'm putting the work in to get the events happening and get the ball rolling, once the ball's rolling, it's anyone's game. It's anyone's game. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. As long as you're willing.
Yeah, be just honestly, and I think don't gatekeep. Don't gatekeep, and push yourself, man. Challenge yourself, and also don't always. What's the word now? Like ego. There's always space for ego, but you have to know how much ego to bring to the party. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I totally do.
I think ego is one of those words where people think, oh no, ego's naughty. But ego's not naughty. You gotta have, especially as an artist, you gotta have a certain amount of buzziness on stage.
Yeah. Confidence within yourself.
Exactly.
Because at the start, no one has that confidence in you as an artist, do they?
Exactly.
You have this feeling, you have this thing running through you that you want to put out into the world, and the people around you don't tend to understand it.
But don't fly too close to the sun. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And don't say, oh, okay, well, I can't do that because I am the great I am, because that's not real life, and that's just gonna get you pushed out of places. I've had artists who won't respond to messages, won't respond to call outs, won't attend an open mic, but then they'll message me like, oh, you know, can I do this? And I said, I don't. I says, yeah, I don't know you though, so come to the open mic, let's see what you've got. And then, or even, I've said to artists, send me a video so that I can see.
Yeah.
Or haven't performed in a few years.
That's so easy to do nowadays, isn't
it's
it?
like if you haven't performed in a few years and you're asking for a paid gig, just pop to the open mic and show me what you've got then. Do you get what I'm saying?
100%.
And it's not even just show me what you can do, because where I'm a promoter who puts in work and invites people aren't coming out their house every single day of the week and every week to come to see Sunday Best. Do you get what I'm saying? Because they don't know what they're going to get, because as we said, it's diverse, it's versatile. They want to know who's on the lineup. So if I say Sunday Best Presents, which I do monthly, sometimes bi-monthly, people will come out to regardless, because it's like, oh yeah, we know that it's going to be a good lineup of talent there, so they come. No Wabs, it's hosted by Bianca Vocal Nova, so they come because Bianca is incredible.
Well known.
Not even that she's well known, she's incredible.
She's good at her job.
And everyone who knows that. So she's not like massively, popular, but those who know her know how sick she is.
Okay.
And she's not gigging all the time. So to see her host this, and it's open mic, which means they're going to get other flavours, and it's a live band, they come. The people come because it's like, yo, I want to see this, I want to see her singing. They love it. And she's good vibes. Do you know what I'm saying? So all of the events, we put them together and people will come. But at the same time, if you're saying, oh, pay me to do a headline show where it's just me, it's like, yeah, but you don't have anyone coming. So I'm going to put you on a stage and I'm going to tell all of my people and all of the Sunday Best people, come to this show. But one, I've never seen you perform. Two, you don't even post anything on you to say that you're going to be anywhere. You don't tell anyone.
One of those mysterious Instagrams.
Yeah, yeah. The zero post. Zero post, and a highlight that has a link to your Spotify, and it's like cute. And I'm gonna go and check out your Spotify now, but I know nothing else about you. So then, that ego has blocked me from going any further into
Yeah, you need to show the world what you can do, and there's so many platforms you can do that nowadays.
So many platforms. So many. Honestly, I'll just say, like, even if you're not ready to perform at the open mic, pop down to the open mic, talk to people, meet people, talk to people, so people can get a vibe with you. If you cold message me on Insta, I'll always respond. But if you cold message me on Insta and you are saying, okay, is this a paid gig, and can I get 30 minutes? And I'm like, okay, I've invited people to come and watch you for 30 minutes. And then you've come in late or whatever. There's all sorts of things. Turn up on time.
There's a lot of artists out there that think that the massive, huge worldwide artists, and
it's one of those
huge ego.
I've got an ego, but aside from ego is learning, knowledge as well. So aside from my ego, there was a lot I didn't know. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
So there was a lot of times when I thought that the good promo was me spending weeks saying it's coming soon. Nobody cares that it's coming soon.
You need to give them something.
Yeah, nobody cares that it's coming soon.
Uh-huh.
So I stopped saying it's coming soon and just dropping music and saying it's out now. Here you go. Do you like it?
Have you found that a better way to interact?
100%. Yeah. 100%, because I'm not Beyonce. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if Beyonce puts something up, in fact, forget Beyonce. Emily in Paris, it's a Netflix series. And the actress from that put up a post on Insta, something like on something from Paddy. And everyone knew, okay, cool, there's another series of Emily in Paris coming. And got excited about it. Starts Googling, starts searching when's the next. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they're waiting on it. Because they've had 3 or 4 seasons and they're gassed and they're excited for the next one. If you're an artist who is just around and about, people aren't waiting on you like that. There might be, you might have 150, maybe 50, maybe 20 people who are watching you, who are following you. But the less that you do, the less they're watching.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, the less you do, the less they're watching. The less you do, the less they're following. The less you do, the less they're waiting. Because people aren't going to wait around forever.
No.
You know what I mean?
And there's that much going on in the world as well.
So much.
It's hard for people to remember things when it's not consistent.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So, and that's part of why we wanted to start this weekly open mic. Before, and we being me, A, Bams, Isola, Us, and a few others, is we thought, Musos is monthly, but then between that, the momentum dies. People come, they love it. When's the next one? In a month's time. Okay. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can make that specific day. But every Wednesday, it's like, every Wednesday we've got the bump. Okay, so we'll know that that's happening.
What time does that start?
If you want to be on open mic, you have to sign up. Come early, basically, because there's not many slots. So I'll sign up from 5:30. We'll have music playing. Sometimes there's DJs on. Most of the time there's DJs on. Most of the time Bams is there. If not Bams, other DJs. And if not that, then I sometimes have to jump on and DJ, which I enjoy. And then acts are on from 6:30. So the host for the evening will go on at 6:30, get it started. And then the first featured act will go on. Then there's some open mic, featured act, open mic, featured act. And you just keep it flowing throughout the night.
Sounds great, man.
Yeah, man.
Sounds great.
Good vibes.
So one last question.
Yeah.
What piece of advice have you received through your life from the non-gatekeepers that you'd like to pass on to the next generation? People that haven't yet found the way and they need to hear something.
I think I learn a lot from my experiences. So there's quite a few events and the things that I hear the conversations that I have. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's the ideas that come from conversations that I hold on to most. And I think one of the big ones is that it's not an audience's job to kind of pay attention to you. It's your job as an artist to make sure the audience is paying attention. And that goes for on stage, it goes for online, it goes for every avenue that you're in, every room you step into. No one has to pay attention to you. That's up to you to make it happen. I've been to gigs where people have stopped before me and said, "Have you come here to talk? Or have you come here to enjoy some music?" And it's like, well, if you're not putting on enough of a show to stop me talking, and it's not me, because as I've already told you how I stay, I'll stand in the room and I'll just soak it all up and watch. But if you're not putting, it's not like there's a difference between a theatre show and going to a theatre show and doing lots of talking, because you fully just interrupting the stage and everyone else can't hear what's going on. If you're at a live music gig and the audience is, having a chat and singing along and saying, "Oh, I really like what they're wearing there," and "Oh, have you seen the lights and what the lights are doing?" I know what that drummer's going ham. Do you get what I'm saying? With all of these conversations that do happen in the audience, because that's what it's like, "Oh, have you seen the drummer?" This is what happens at a live music show. But if you're if you want the room silent, you need to do something to make that room silent. So Priscilla Cameron being an example, she's a good friend of mine, my kid's godmother. She went into HMV over the weekend. She sent me her tracks on the way to HMV because I'm her people. So she's like, "Sorry, running late, blah, blah." Sent me the tracks. I was like, yeah, cool. So when she got there, I hadn't put her tracks into the thing yet. And then sound man was trying to drag them in, but he forgot to unzip the folder and stuff like that. All sorts was going on. So I'm looking at her like, she's like, "Are we ready?" I said, "No, yeah." And then, guess I'm singing a cappella first. Everyone was silent.
There was people controlled it.
Yeah, people walking past who stopped in the doorway, like, because I think she sang, I can't remember, I think she sang "Strumming My Pain," Lauren Hill, Fugees, "Strumming My Pain," and everyone just went silent, just listening. And she's done that. She's drawn the audience in. She's made them have to listen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. If I'm on stage and I'm performing and people are talking, I'm going to do something to make them listen. I'm going to do something to make them pay attention. I'm going to say, "Okay, well, join in with me and say, all I want is some peace of mind. Some peace of mind." I do it a cappella. I say, "Hey, anyone in here want peace of mind? Anyone here, looking for that moment? Anyone here looking for clarity? Anyone?" And I'm going to connect with the audience. And I'm going to talk to them. Now you're in my conversation. Now you're here with me. Okay, cool. Let's go then. Now you're going to sing it with me. All I, and then they're going to sing it with me. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. Control.
And this is the difference between me paying someone to go and do the bump, me saying you can sell all the tickets and earn 100% of your ticket sales from Sunday Best Presents, to come and show me something at the open mic. Come and develop yourself at the open mic. You get what I'm saying? And that's the differences.
That's more development with younger artists.
100%. Yeah. And as I said, I'm a coach, so I'm going to support you. Roman will tell you, like, when he started performing at Muso's, there were certain things that I had to speak to him about. I said, I really like your songs, I really love your delivery, but there's certain things you're not doing on stage, you're not looking at the audience, blah, blah, blah. And he took it on board. And then the next time I saw him, I was like, "Okay, yeah, you took it on board and you're smashing it." So then he came and done Sunday Best Presents. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's that development of, let's see let's see where you are, and let's see if we can't take you to the next level. But an ego's going to stop you doing that. An ego's going to stop you, first of all, going to an open mic in the first place because you think you're better than that open mic. An ego's going to stop you listening to advice on how to improve.
And you can't do that, especially not in this world nowadays.
100%.
No.
I could step outside and I could say, hey, I've got £50 for the first person who comes and sings a song and I enjoy it. And there's singers that have definitely walked past, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who could come and they would sing on the mic and they would smash it. So there's artists everywhere.
Oh yeah, there is.
And you need to show that you need to make everyone listen to you. You need to be the artist that says, actually, you're going to listen to me because I'm doing this, I'm writing about this, I'm connecting with you, I'm pushing. Nowitz, I didn't know this artist, I didn't know her. She was putting flyers everywhere of her new song, just putting posters up on lampposts and stuff like that. So me and Aya walking past him, we see a flyer. Okay, cool. Took a photo, tagged her on Insta. She performed at HMV the other day.
Smashed it.
Smashed it.
Wicked.
Smashed it. Almost didn't do her last song, and I'm fast. So I was like, guys, do you want to hear the last song? She was like, they were like, yeah. So then I said, like, if it's slow, it's slow. Because she said, oh, it's too slow to perform here. I said, no, let's get it. And I said, sit down. So she sat on the stairs. I said, guys, come closer. We came closer. We gathered around her. Proper nice feel. She sang, and honestly, it was phenomenal. She's 17.
Wicked.
And sick.
I'll have to check her out, man.
She's going far. And this is what I mean. Like, we just Matt at HMV, like the caliber of artists that come through for Sunday Best is immense.
I can imagine.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I can big up the artist that I'm around for forever.
Yeah.
Not even when I say around, I don't see them often all the time. You know what I mean? It's
No,
not
but
like
you
that.
know of the local
I know them.
community.
I know who they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just love seeing them go from strength to strength, and you know, gaining exposure in lots of different ways, gaining opportunities in lots of different ways. Just being able to do the big things, man, and just connect with new people, and hopefully, at some point, 90% of these artists will have gone through the bump and hosted a bump themselves, hosted a month of live music and carried on with themselves. Yeah, this is what I'm seeing for Wolves, man. Honestly, I want it to be a place where even, I know I said about what Birmingham has and what Leicester has, what Nottingham has. Birmingham's got Punch, but Germany's got Colours.
Okay.
The Colours YouTube channel, Colours TV or whatever it's called. But you'd have seen it. It's a room. It's one colour and it's a mic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's it. That's in Germany somewhere.
Okay.
I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is. Washington has NPR.
I'm addicted to Tiny Table, man.
Yeah.
I'm addicted to it. I must have watched like 200 of them.
Literally. I want people to be like, it's mad, but yo, I have to travel to Wolverhampton because I need to go and be on NoWavs. I need to go and be on Sunday Best Presents. Like, I need to go to Wolverhampton to. So yeah, man, there's things, man. There's things here, and the talent here. It's just someone has to build the community.
Yeah, of course.
And I think we are doing it now. I think, you know.
With everything you told me, it seems like that's exactly what you're doing, man. You're doing what the town needs and what you also love to do. You know, that's the main thing. We need to love the things that we do.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I could talk to you all day, man, but I'm going to wrap it up. Thanks for your time.
Blessings,
really
man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank you, man.
cool.
Thank you.